playing, we ain't playing, boy. What you saying, what you saying, what you saying, boy?
Alright, what's up everyone? This is Jose. I'm with L.E.P. Bogus Boys, straight out of Chicago.
What's up?
What's good, guys?
What's happening? What's happening?
Alright, so tell us what you're doing here in LA.
Man, you know, we out here in LA, you know what I'm saying, messing with the leaders of the new cool. Shout out to the L Roots. We at the Echoplex, we getting ready to do this show. You know, Chicago style, bring it home, you know?
Boy style, you know what I'm saying?
Alright, so for those that don't know about you guys, tell us what your music's all about and what you guys are bringing with your lyrics and all that
gangster
stuff.
music, you know what I'm saying? Hands down, we come from the streets, we represent the streets, you know what I'm saying? But we got a real rounded album, you know what I mean? We like the ladies, you know what I'm saying? So we like to party, you know what I'm saying? But we got that gangster music, L.E.P.
Yeah.
What part of Chicago you guys from?
South side,
South side.
Low end.
Low end, the hundreds, the whole Chicago, man.
Alright, so yeah, a lot of the artists from Chicago that, at least that blew, they're not gangster, you know what I mean? They're more on the conscious shit, you know? Yeah. Tell us about that, you know, what's the scene like in Chicago? What do you guys deal with other artists?
Chicago is 99.9% gangster. It's just, you know, different lanes, you know, you have this side of the town that represents something else, you have another side that represents something else. We from the side where the people want to be hearing something from, but they haven't been able to, so now we here to shed the light on this story, the story that's been untold for all this time, you know, which they've been pushing us to the back, but we're sitting on the front now, Rosa Parks, you know.
Bring the streets back, you feel me? Bring the streets back, you know what I'm saying? Represent Chicago, you know what I'm saying? The way it is, you know what I'm saying? We got structure in Chicago, you know what I'm saying? These streets is ran by street organizations, period. So we finna get y'all, you know what I'm saying, taste of Chicago. You feel me?
Alright, so tell us about, you know, your guys' background growing up in Chicago, you know, what was it like on the South Side?
Growing up in Chicago, man, it's definitely an experience. That's why anybody who ever lived in Chicago and moved somewhere else, they always say, if I made it in Chicago, I can make it anywhere else, because living in Chicago is just rough, you know. Growing up, you know, they used to live by the model, you know, you be here today, gone tomorrow. It's pretty much in Chicago now, it's be here today and gone today, you know. Just, you know, our murder rate is, I think it's like #1 right now. It's just, man, this is rough living in Chicago, man. You definitely got to fight to protect yourself, you know.
Well, you know, yeah, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? I grew up Blackstone, you know what I'm saying? So I grew up in an organization, you know what I'm saying? So it's rules and regulations, laws and policies, you know what I'm saying? It's a way of life. And man, you know, I made it through and I'm here to tell about it, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the streets, I rep the streets, we got that gangster music, you know what I'm saying? Don't Feed the Killers Volume 3.
Alright, so tell us about your name. What does the name stand for? Where did it come from?
Low end professionals, you know what I'm saying? It's from the low end, you know, the lower end of the city. You got the high end, almost the hundreds. You got the lower end. We down on 24th. It started on 24th, you know what I'm saying? The Icky's projects. So it's low end, and we professional what we do. You feel me?
Alright, so I mean, you guys, you know, you're telling me, you know, you're inspired by the streets, you know. That's your influence, but what's Chicago, you know, some street music from Chicago, how's it different than like shit from New York? How's it different from, you know, the West Coast, lyrically and both like with the sound musically?
It's pretty much, you know, it's just, you know, we represent two different places, you know. New York is New York and Chicago is Chicago, you know. It's just, you know, it's
and then in the middle, we're in the middle, so, you know, we get a little bit from everywhere, you know what I'm saying? That's where the flow come in at. But, you know what I'm saying, like I said, the streets of Chicago is ran different from any other streets, any other city, so that's what you're going to get out here. We're going to explain that to y'all, you know what I'm saying?
So, I guess tell us a little bit about it. Like, how is it different than, like, somebody growing up, you know?
In Chicago,
yeah.
we have gangs in Chicago.
Yeah, tell us about that.
That originated from Chicago. Like, you know, we have GDs, which is short. GDs is stand for Gangster Disciple. You know, we got Blackstones, you know, BPSM, Blackstone, Beach Runners, you know. We got Four Corner Hustlers, which is something that I represent, you know, Solid Four. And, you know, we got gangs, you know. And other cities pretty much don't have gangs. Our city is ran by gangs, you know. So that's number one that's different from Chicago. As far as our music, you know, we came up in an era where it was called juke, you know, and it's pretty much like house music, you know. So, you know, that's different from, you know, a lot of other places like such as New York, you know, they have, you know, hip hop, you know. And we was juking, but we was still hip hop, but it was juke too though. So that's different also as well in the music, you know.
Let me see, like, our music a little different, like I said, you know, it's the structure in the streets, you know what I'm saying? It's like everybody got gangs in their towns and their cities, but ours is like we got political prisoners. That's where it originated from. Ours is just ran different, you know what I'm saying? It's not just gangs going around. We had organization, you know what I'm saying? And it's a deep story, man. Y'all got to get into it on Don't Feed the Killers Run Street. It's too much to discuss right now. We ain't got enough time, you know what I'm saying? So,
all right, so tell us about you guys are doing, you know, the independent thing, and you're doing pretty well with it. How you guys do your hustle music-wise? How do you get your name out, to get the music out to the people?
Like we out here now, you know what I'm saying? We don't just stay in one spot.
Cashmere.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's one of the ways, you know.
Yeah, but
shout out to E, my uncle, you know what I'm saying? Infrared CEO. We work, you know what I'm saying? We work hard, and not only do we work hard, we just put out good music. So when you put out good music and you work hard, people have a tend to want to hear you more. And that's what I think, like, what we've been doing all these years, like our fans been growing with us, and that, you know, our fan base has just been getting bigger because, you know, we just been making good music, you know. We telling an untold story that hasn't been told, you know, from Chicago.
Like I was going to say too, though, we don't stay in one spot. We don't just stay local, you know what I'm saying? We move around state to state. Build relationships. We put in work in each state, in each city, like we do our own. You know what I'm saying? We get out there. We out there. You know
it's like tonight, we from Chicago, but we all the way in L.A. at the Echoplex, getting ready to do a show. We moving around with our music. We not staying stationary. So you got to move around with your music, you know?
All right, so musically for you guys, what does 2010 hold for you?
Man.
What do you got upcoming in the project-wise?
Well, we got better production. We always, you know what I'm saying, get better on our craft, you know what I'm saying? We got better on our videos. We got smarter as far as what we doing. We just better than the last time, you know what I'm saying? We you know what I'm saying?
2010, we got the song with me featuring Ray J. You know, we got that. We shooting a video for that. It's on the radio right now, getting spent crazy. People loving it. You know, we got Don't Feed the Killers Volume 3 coming out with the DVD with a gang of show, you know, videos and stuff on it. So, you know, we just dropping more and more good music, you know. So 2010, you know, it's about what we put in 2010, and we working hard, so we going to the top. That's what 2010 is for us, to the top.
All right, so yeah, we're about to sign off. Thanks for the interview. Tell us where everyone can find you online and everything.
L.E.P.BogusBoys.com. Make sure you check that out. L.E.P. Bogus, B-O-G-U-S, Boys, B-O-Y-S.com. Make sure you hit up the website. You can catch us on Twitter, L.E.P. Bogus Boys. We got the MySpace. What's the MySpace? L.E.P. Bogus Boys on the MySpace too. Anything, we got the Facebook. L.E.P. Bogus Boys on the Facebook as well.
Catch us in the street.
Up, you know.
Catch this thing in the street. They got our CDs.
You can catch us in your city. You can catch. We right here.
Catch us. Catch us.
We approachable, you know. At any given Sunday, any given time, any given Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, all through the week, we approachable. Just come holler at us, you know. Wherever we at. L.E.P.
Alright, that's what's up.
We ain't making no paper around here. We ain't playing, boy. What you saying, boy?